Just minutes before last night's presidential debate, in an unexpected twist that could only have happened this year, 2020, one of Hunter Biden's former business associates, a man with the name right out of a novel, Tony Bobulinski, delivered an on-camera statement to the White House press pool. In his statement, he directly contradicted former Vice President Joe Biden's claims that he knew nothing about his son's foreign business deals. It was always an implausible thing to say. Now we know it was a lie. And then Bobulinski went further. The other networks, which are working very hard to get Joe Biden elected, refused to broadcast it, but of course we will. Here's what Bobulinski said.
I've heard Joe Biden say that he's never discussed business with Hunter. That is false. I have firsthand knowledge about this because I directly dealt with the Biden family, including Joe Biden. I was introduced to Joe Biden by Jim Biden and Hunter Biden. At my approximately hour-long meeting with Joe that night, we discussed the Biden's history, the Biden's family business plans with the Chinese, with which he was plainly familiar, at least at a high level. I received an email concerning allocation of equity, which says 10% held by H for the big guy. In that email, there's no question that H stands for Hunter, big guy for his father, Joe Biden. I will be providing to the FBI the devices which contain the evidence corroborating what I have said.
So if Joe Biden was doing business with China, or planning on doing business with China after he left the vice presidency, we have a right to know that. He could be president very soon, and of course his foremost task will be dealing with China. According to Tony Bobulinski, Joe Biden may have personally profited from his son's foreign business deals. Today, Fox News learned that the FBI interviewed Bobulinski at the Bureau's Washington field office, at which point he turned over his electronic devices. An amazing story being squelched completely across the board by the American media. But it is real, so what can we expect in the investigation going forward? Francie Hakes is a former prosecutor. We're happy to have her on tonight. Francie, thanks for coming.
Hi, Tucker.
What is going on exactly? Give us the outline if you would.
Well, Tucker, I look at this through a prosecutor's lens. And what we have here with the laptop starting off is what looks like probable cause. That is probable cause to believe that Joe Biden was involved in these investments with Hunter and his brother, and that he was set to benefit from those investments. Now, that laptop itself has lots of evidence on it, but it was alone. It was Hunter's laptop, and that's all we had until Bobulinski showed up. And Bobulinski was a target of these emails. That is, he was a recipient on them. He was listed by name as someone who was engaged in these discussions. And what I just can't understand as a prosecutor is why the FBI had this laptop since 2019, which certainly implies that there may be corruption, public corruption, abuse, or even tax evasion going on in the Biden family, potentially money laundering. But they didn't even reach out to contact the other people named in the emails. Why is Tony Bobulinski coming forward today to the FBI and getting interviewed? I don't understand this kind of delay.
Well, it's for the same reason that Black Lives Matter is always attacking beat cops who make 50 grand a year but never say one word about the FBI, the most powerful law enforcement agency in America. No one's calling for defunding the FBI on the left. Why is that? Because they're totally corrupt. They're a tool of the left, obviously. Francie Hakes, I'm not going to ask you to respond to that, but it's true, and everyone knows it's true. Great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, Tucker.